everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Seahawks are top 10 in fewest points allowed. They'll be up against the Rams offense that wants to prove it can do some damage. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup. Let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And a first carry of the game here for Trey Mason. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on second down is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Play fake to Mason. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. And it's 4th down. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. Now it's Lockett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. First carry for Thomas Rawls. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL, because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now that's complete to Brian Quick. And he's brought down after a good game. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Here's Goff now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Here's Goff. He finds Quick. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second down, here's Goff. On the screen, this is Mason. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now they run. It's Mason, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
They run it with Mason. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Trey Mason, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Now a play fake here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd down and 4. Now a toss. This is Rawls. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the I. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. In the slot on the right is Graham. Now Wilson on second down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third down, Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's John Ryan now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On the ground again, it's Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Play fake to Mason. Gone. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, The defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Third down and 5. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, gone. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Now a play fake here on first down. Austin's got it left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll be first down Rams. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Second down now after the incompletion. Back to the air. Goff on second down. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Brian Quick, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Throwing on third, Goff. And that's complete to LaFell. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Third and long. It's Goff. Looking for someone to throw to. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. 2nd and goal to go now. They'll run again with Mason. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Third and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Trey Mason as the first half is winding down. And the Rams add on to their lead. And his kick is good. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Graham slotted out to the left. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run here with Mason. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mason. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. This will be taken at the 10. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
Tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Austin. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 50, it's gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A.J. Klein. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 10. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
They come out here in the eye. Now Mason. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Here's Goff. And that's complete to LaFell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon LaFell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted, out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Second down, here's Wilson. Well, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll make it third down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Here's John Ryan now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now Austin. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A.J. Klein coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Play fake to Mason. Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now it's Lockett. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On second down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Are you crediting your defense?
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. There we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw on second down is gone. That's complete. It's Brian Quick. It'll be a gain of 4. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And wow, fortunately he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They come out here in the eye. Wilson again to Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Aaron Donald weighs nearly 300 pounds, but he does have the ability to make himself skinny in a hole, which means it's hard to block him, and that's how he gets upfield and makes the plays we just...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Goff now on second down. On the screen, this is Mason. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a third down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Goff now to throw, and that is incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Tyler Lockett past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 98 yards. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game.
I can't help it, partner. You know me. When I see a punt return for a touchdown, my excitement really jumps up a few levels. And now, I think it's got to be decision time because we are in the fourth quarter. Go for 2 or just kick the PAT.
And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. 20. And he's brought down after a good gain. And that one results in 35 yards.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Toss play to Mason. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So 2nd and 10 here. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left,
and that is going to be a safety. I think you'd have to say this crowd here in Seattle, this 12th man had something to do with that.
As well as the architect of this stadium, combined with this crowd noise, makes it very difficult to run offense. And here, 2 points result for the defense.
It is deafening in here. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chick.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never